And then how quickly did you start thinking about the very specific planned events coming up here in our region? Where did your thoughts go?
I mean, I think kind of depending on the event and the different events that we look at, and Jill even explained it as well, this is Pride Month. This is a month that we all come together, members of the LGBT community, allies of the community as well. This is a time for celebration and also to remember and celebrate the Stonewall riots, which were such a changing moment within the LGBT liberation movement, which was a response again to violence against the LGBT community. And to continue seeing a little over 40 years after the Stonewall riots, to continue seeing the violence that's still occurring against the community. And these are just two larger instances. Violence against the community continues every single day, unfortunately.
Well, let's talk about that. I had that lower on the list, but let's jump into that right now. You're the historian at the table. Give us the historical perspective, and let's talk modern day as well. Is there a violence that maybe a lot of people are unaware of, whether it's historical or contemporary?
I mean, a lot of people have asked me that, and I say it goes back to, you know, Adam and Steve. I mean, violence against the LGBTQI community is from day one, and it goes on today. And so in our history project research, you know, we can find files from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s of crimes that we've been able to locate, but we know that's just the tip of the iceberg of murders, assaults, robberies, you name it, that have occurred. And, you know, today we would call that a hate crime. Back then, there wasn't a term for that. We have an evidence of a married man in Kirkwood who was murdered in 1955 for, you know, at lunch picking up a hustler. And so here's a married guy with kids who was murdered. And there was sort of this whisper about, well, we won't really say what happened, but everyone kind of knew what happened. But there's so many of those stories that have occurred over the years that are just hidden history. And so, yes, what happened was on a mass scale this past Sunday, but daily lives have been impacted throughout St. Louis and in America and the world that we'll just never know about.